This is a very fishy and meaty vegan eel made from gluten flour.
It's what the Japanese call unagi.
Let's not waste time. In a bowl, I'll combine the dry ingredients: vital wheat gluten, pea protein which you can replace with chickpea flour for example, salt, lemon salt aka citric acid, and garlic powder. Make sure to mix these well before adding some sushi vinegar and soy sauce. Incorporate these with your hand till they form flakes. Then I'll add water slowly to bring the seitan dough together. All the ingredients should be on the screen and on Vegan is Yum website. The link will be in the description below. Now roll the dough into little snakes. Then run a seaweed nori sheet in a grinder for a minute or two till you get these flakes that look like fish scales. Sprinkle it over the seitan snakes and try to cover all sides, pushing the seaweed into the dough. If you don't mind how this will look, you may mix the seaweed flakes inside the dough to make sure the taste is all the way through, similar to the fish recipe. Check that out if you haven't. If you get a seam like this, try to keep it on the side. I guess you can wrap these and steam them, but I prefer to fry them in some oil till they get really brown, making sure all the sides are fried. Then some soy sauce, water to cover about half the snakes, and another nori sheet to add more of that fishiness to the eels. Let this simmer for 15 minutes and don't forget to flip the seitan every now and then. Meanwhile, I made some sticky rice and the unagi sauce.
Only by achieving true unagi can you be prepared for any danger that may befall you.
Soy sauce, Japanese vinegar, sugar, and some sesame oil. You're supposed to add sake as well, but I don't have any. Let this simmer for about 15 minutes till it thickens, then let it cool down. Before we take the vegan seitan freshwater eels out of the simmering water, I want to remind you quickly to subscribe and like the video, and maybe consider supporting my work by becoming a patron, where you can get access to exclusive content and get help with your recipes. You will find the link to my Patreon page in the description. Now let's fish these eels out, and I like to cut them open immediately and score them with a sharp knife. I ran out of pea protein making this, so the eels are a little chewier than usual. As written in the recipe, if you want it to be chewy, add 3 tablespoons of pea protein, or 5 to make it softer. Now I'll let these rest for 10 minutes or so, and I like to put the nori sheets from the simmering water on top to give them a little extra flavor. When you're ready to eat, dip a sheet of rice paper in some water, then another sheet of seaweed, and wrap the eel in it tightly. Then fry them in a little oil for a couple of minutes. The rice paper will shrink while frying and make a tight skin-like texture. Now to serve these eels, you can either use the meat only to make some maki or nigiri, or serve the eel over some rice. Brush the rice with the unagi sauce. Open up the seitan eel and brush it with some more sauce, sesame seeds, spring onions, and some avocado. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Subscribe, like, and share the video, and thank you for watching.